Welcome to the next Yay or Nay episode for our Multiversus series, and today is none other than the iconic Joker. I mean, come on, every single person has to know who this is, right? We're going to talk Multiversus, we're going to talk Warner Brothers fighting games, come on, Joker's in the conversation. And once we get to his stats, which will be in a week or so, maybe he'll give Daffy Duck a run for his money. We'll see. I'm curious to see how high Joker will end up ranking, but we'll get there when we get there. So today we're starting off, as usual, with a perk idea that I came up with. And the perk that I came up with is called Joker Venom Gas. Now, this will end up being an attack itself. So the attack will have Joker chuck down a bottle of Joker, the Venom Gas, right? Once he chucks it on the ground, once it hits anything solid, the player, opponent, the stage, whatever it hits, it will break and release a cloud of Venom Gas. Now, what does the Venom Gas do? Anybody that's not Joker, because he's the one that throws it, but anybody that walks into it will start to take a poison effect. So it starts racking up little bits of damage over time. So the longer you stay in it, the more. So it's kind of, in a way, it will be poisony over time, but at the same time, anybody that's played Smash Ultimate with Piranha Plant, with its side special, where if you stand in the cloud, it will rack up damage on its own, but just by being in the cloud, you will get the poison effect of it. So either way, the opponent, whoever stands in it, will rack up damage somehow. So the idea is, you want them to stand in it, right? Well, okay, fine, just keep chucking the bottles. No, there's going to be a cooldown on this, essentially. So you can continuously use this move over and over if you want, but the gas will not be able to build up in the bottle. So it's kind of like it needs to charge over time. So the bottles will fill up. They fill up over time, and then once you throw it down, then you got the bigger gas cloud that comes out from the bottle here. Hopefully that made sense. I think it did. But again, the idea: chuck down a bottle. Hopefully that's a big enough gas cloud. Put it in an advantageous position to where your opponent is going to have to either run through it, or they're going to have to get through it to get to you, or, if they're trying to recover, put it at the edge of a stage, and it's like, all right, now they have no choice but to get into it, so they get the poison effect, and the damage starts racking up, so that makes sense, right? But again, this will be a perk if you utilize this. Your teammate will not be affected if you use this in 2v2s, so your teammate will be completely fine. They can walk through it, they can run through it, they can stand in it. They will have no harmful effects from this Joker Venom Gas. So I hope that made sense, but that's kind of what I came up with. Joker has so much to come up with, though, because he has so much that he's done. It's kind of hard to pick one thing, but I thought the Venom Gas would be kind of a cool little touch if that ends up being a part of his moveset somewhere. Speaking of moves, let's start with the first one. First one I came up with, I like the Extendo gloves. Look. Whatever I might say here in this video might be completely different from what you envision for Joker, but that's the thing. Joker has quite a bit, so that's it goes to show you the range of the moveset that he has, but the first one, like I said, the Extendo gloves. So, how does it work? Well, as you can see, Joker pulls out like 2 boxing gloves, but they extend pretty far, so Joker pulls out the extended boxing gloves on each hand, one for each hand, then the attack, punch will, he'll basically let out an extended punch with each hand, one on the left, one on the right, and then, it's a decent kind of 1-2 hit combo. You could put this as maybe like a side special, something like that. Maybe like a forward air would have pretty decent reach, so maybe a back air and he could reach backwards and, punch back, something like that, but be a nice little way to kind of rack up early damage. It's not going to do a ton of damage, but it's going to be like a decent damage racker upper. I always thought that was a weird phrase. Damage racker upper. There's got to be something better, but I hope that made sense. Extendo gloves, uses them, extends the boxing glove, punches the opponent, damage happens. Ta-da! Move number 2. Come on. This is Joker. His iconic crowbar. I mean, he kind of has to have this, right? He has to have this somewhere. So one of Joker's more iconic weapons of choice is his trusty crowbar. Now, this object works well for many attacks. Forward strong, like forward air as well. It kind of reaches the crowbar out. Back air, forward tilt. You could use this as like a quick poking, like he just kind of pokes or jabs the crowbar forward. So Like, you could put this in so many different spots and it works pretty well. So I imagine since it's one of his more iconic, you know, it's his trusty crowbar. He has this. Like, so many people will recognize Joker and go, all right, he better have the crowbar. So put it as a forward smash, forward strong, if you will. That should be plenty good, and it'll rack up damage on its own because, well, it's a crowbar. Nobody wants to get hit with that thing. Move 3, the jumping jesters. Now, look, Joker's had a few little trinkets or gadgets, shall we say, over the years, and I really like this one because I think it could be pretty versatile. Maybe it's not the greatest idea, but you know, it could be a fun little thing just to think about, right? So it's like a jack-in-the-box, and once he sets it down, it kind of doesn't explode, but the jack-in-the-box kind of goes flying, or the Joker of the box goes flying into the air, and that will be like just a little projectile. So it'll be kind of a good way to, in a way, so it arcs downwards as well. You can see by the clip, but shoots out into the air. And if your opponent's above you, it's kind of a good anti-air sort of tool. And I think you should be able to angle this so you can kind of shoot it a little bit. It could go straight up, but if you want to angle it to go a little bit more horizontally, that could work too. But, you know, it's just a fun little something different, right? Just shoot something straight up into the air or angled into the air, and, you know, it could really mess with your opponent. They get hit by that. Now it might mess up their way to land, and now they gotta rethink their strategy. But if Joker's got something else up his sleeve, which he usually does, he can follow up with that. But just something, just a little, I don't know, to mess around with the opponent, I suppose. Again, it's not the craziest idea, but something that's kind of fun. And now the alternate costumes. Oh my gosh. Okay, look. Same thing for the moveset. There's so many different ideas. What I'm about to put up on screen are just a few ideas. They're not the ones that I say should be in the game, just a couple ideas. So the first one, I love the samurai look. I hope there's a samurai Batman skin in the game. That thing just looks so good. So why not put up the samurai inspired look for Joker as well? When they both go to Japan and stuff. Oh my god, please. The same thing with Batman. If there's a samurai Batman skin in the item shop, I will instantly buy from me. Instantly buy. But if there's if Joker gets playable in this game, there's a samurai Joker outfit inspired look. Oh, another instant buy. Add it to the cart. So we got that one. Another one. Here's a different one, because I think maybe his default look would probably be the animated Joker. You know, the Batman the animated series Joker look. I think that would be the default look. So let's just go with some crazy ones. How about the Rasta Joker? Anybody remember this? Anybody know this one? So he's a little bit more greenish, green hair. He's kind of a little bit more stranger than usual for this isn't your dad's Joker. This one's a little bit more out there, shall we say. I think that's a good way to put it. But just a couple ideas for alternate costumes. Again, there's so many. We could do movie inspired ones. We could do, you know, other animated series from Batman. There's a lot of picks we can choose here, but I just wanted to throw up a couple just to show you guys, you know, a few ideas. Now for the yay or nay portion. Oh, this one's easy. Yay. Does anything else need to be said? No, I don't think so. Yay for me. So, yes, I will be curious to see how highly Joker does rank. Do you want to see Joker playable in Multiversus? Yay. Do you not want to see him? Nay. It's kind of a simple concept. But that is going to be it for this one. I don't think Joker really needs a reasoning, but we'll see how he does. But that is going to be it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed as always. And I guess I'll see you when I'm looking at you. It's so good.